Does this species look familiar to you? This is Homo sapiens. This is us. For most of our history, we have been hunters and gatherers, low in number, with rudimentary technology and very limited impact on our environment. Forests were largely intact, water was clean, and the air was pure. If we had the chance to go back in time and observe our planet from space, it would be virtually impossible to even notice our presence on the globe. However, things have recently taken a very different turn. Countless breakthroughs in technology, medicine, and agricultural practices have radically changed the influence that we as a species are having on our planet. In only a few thousand years, our population has exploded, and so has our impact. Today, when observing our planet from space, a very different picture appears. Enormous areas that used to be covered by uninterrupted forests are now occupied by farms, pastures, and megacities. Much of the Earth is now overexploited and degraded by unsustainable management. In fact, approximately a third of the world's ecosystems are now in some way degraded. To put this in perspective, if we were to combine the most degraded areas into one geopolitical boundary, it would form a country larger than Russia. This country, which we could call the Federated States of Degradia, would be inhabited by 3 billion of the world's poorest and most vulnerable people. So what should we do about Degradia? Can we halt its ever-expanding borders? Should we let it become almost uninhabitable for human beings? Why are we even thinking of terraforming Mars when our priorities should be here? Planting trees is a tried and tested way of restoring degraded lands, and the good news is that there are now ambitious restoration agreements in place. The Bond Challenge has set a global goal of 350 million hectares to restore by 2030, and 107 million hectares have been committed already. But these goals, whilst impressive, will still only address a fraction of the world's degraded areas, and a lot more work remains to be done. Let's be honest, restoring the planet to the Garden of Eden it was thousands of years ago simply isn't an option. The reality is billions of people are sharing this Earth. We need pragmatic innovation to restore Degradia. As individuals, we can all help by participating in tree planting schemes and ticking that box to offset carbon emissions from our international air travel. However, if we focus on monoculture plantings for carbon benefits, this misses opportunities to restore a broader spectrum of biodiversity and fails to harness a wider range of nature's benefits known as ecosystem services. Science now allows us to engineer our landscapes through plantings that provide ecosystem services that purify air and water, rebuild soil fertility, pollinate crops, control soil erosion, sequester carbon, and improve human health. Investing in evidence-based restoration approaches allows us to terraform degraded landscapes here on this planet. Such investment has clear economic and social returns above and beyond the initial outlay. Imagine mitigating climate change, saving our threatened species, and improving the health of communities all at the same time. Terraforming ecosystems is a smart way of realising multiple benefits for people, businesses, and the planet. We need to be bold enough to pull the inhabitants of Degradia out of environmental poverty. So what next? This could simply have been an interesting 5 minutes in your day. Or this could be the start of something much more transforming. We can link you up with community projects or provide information for you to terraform your own backyard. We can work with your business to design plantings that realise multiple benefits for urban developments and rural communities. Or perhaps you wish to work with us to develop the cutting-edge science to underpin these programs. But whatever you do, join us in helping to restore Degradia.